Hello, students. Today we will be starting our class on chapter 4 on the topic Air and its uses. It will be on your second semester textbook on page 182. Today we will be learning about the air that we breathe in and what are its uses. As we are about to begin our classes, I want you all to pay attention to the spellings. The one with green colored words with serial numbers are the spellings. It will start from serial number 1, atmosphere. Then serial number 2, troposphere. 3, stratosphere. Till serial number 10. That will be odorless gas. Now let's start reading together. Air, along with water, has made life possible on Earth. We cannot imagine life without air. We cannot see air, but we can feel it. There is a blanket of air around Earth, known as the atmosphere. Earth's gravity holds the atmosphere in place. Now let's learn about the layers of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. 1. Troposphere. 2. Stratosphere. 3. Mesosphere. 4. Thermosphere or ionosphere. 5. Exosphere. Each layer of Earth's atmosphere is important to us. Now, in below, we will be learning about the functions of the different layers of the atmosphere and where are they located in the atmosphere or in the earth. The first one is troposphere. The troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. It extends from 7 kilometers to 17 kilometers above Earth. All changes in weather take place in the troposphere. The next layer is the stratosphere. The stratosphere is the layer above the troposphere. There are no changes in weather in the stratosphere. Planes fly in the stratosphere. The outer layer of the stratosphere, the ozone layer, protects us from UV rays of the sun. So, this ozone layers is the outer layer of the stratosphere. It protects us from UV rays of the sun. So, when we talk about UV rays, it is harmful and it could cause us skin cancer or other skin problem if we are under the sun or if we are under the exposure of the UV rays. The next and the third layer of the atmosphere is the mesosphere. The layer above the stratosphere is called mesosphere. Meso meaning middle. Mesosphere is the layer in the middle of Earth's atmosphere. Meteor showers are seen in mesosphere. The mesosphere stops meteors from hitting Earth's surface. In the picture given are the meteor showers. These, however, when we look it from the earth, they can be seen as a shooting stars. So these shooting stars are the meteor showers. And the fourth layer of the Earth's atmosphere is the thermosphere or the ionosphere. The layer above the mesosphere is the thermosphere or the ionosphere. This layer warms up to very high temperatures because of the sun's heat. The ionosphere reflects radio waves and helps in transmitting radio programs live from any part of the world. The fifth layer is the exosphere. Above the ionosphere is the exosphere. The exosphere fades into outer space. Whether satellites orbit Earth at a great height in the exosphere. Communication satellites are positioned at a height of about 36,000 kilometers above Earth in outer space. So here in the picture in page 183 is the picture of the atmosphere. In here, the five layers of the atmosphere are given. The number one is the troposphere. It is the most lowest part of the layers of the atmosphere. The troposphere is the layer in which all changes in weather, the summer season, the winter season, the spring season, or each and every kind of seasons and the weather hot, cold, dry, all those kind of changes are happening in this layer of the atmosphere. The next upper layer is the stratosphere. It is the layer in which the aeroplanes and helicopter flies. In this layer, the weather never changes. The weather remains constant all throughout the year in this layer of the atmosphere. The third layer or the middle layer of the atmosphere is the mesosphere. It is in this layer that meteor showers or the shooting stars are seen. It is the mesosphere which stops meteor showers from hitting Earth's surface. The fourth layer is the thermosphere or the ionosphere layer of the atmosphere. This atmosphere is very hot compared to the other layer of the atmosphere because it is very much closer to the sun. And it is in this layer that reflects the radio waves and it helps in transmitting radio programs from all over the world. The last layer of the atmosphere is the exosphere. It is just above the ionosphere or the thermosphere. This exosphere, however, it is in the outer space. And it is in this atmosphere that communication satellites are positioned. The next topic is the composition of air. In this topic, we will be learning about the different types of gases present in the air. Air is a mixture of different types of gases. It contains nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide 0.04%, and some other gases in very small quantities. 1. All living things need oxygen for respiration. Oxygen helps in the burning of materials. Point number 2. Nitrogen does not support burning. Its presence in the atmosphere controls the burning process. Without nitrogen, even small fires would be uncontrollable. Number 3. Plants require carbon dioxide to make food through photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is used to put out fire. Point number 4. Other gases in the atmosphere include hydrogen, argon, water vapor, ozone, and methane. Argon is a colorless and odorless gas. It is used in making light bulbs and tube lights. So, from this topic, we have learned that oxygen is the gases responsible for the burning of materials or things or objects, and nitrogen and carbon dioxide is the gases responsible for putting out fires. The next topic is the properties of air. Air occupies space. If you take a balloon and blow air into it, you will observe that the size of the balloon increases. This is because air occupies space. Cycle tubes, vehicle tires, and footballs have air filled inside. Air also has weight. Weight a deflated balloon first and then weight it again after inflating it. You will find that the balloon weighs more when it is inflated. This shows that air has weight. When we talk about deflated balloon, it means letting go of the air which is already inside the balloon. And when we talk about inflating it, it means blowing air inside the balloon again. Air exerts pressure. Air has weight. The weight of air exerts a force on objects. This is called air pressure. Below in the box is an activity for you to try at home to see whether if a fire can burn without oxygen. Now let's read together. Light a candle and allow it to burn for some time. Now, cover the burning candle with a glass jar. You will see that the candle stops burning. This happens because there is insufficient air inside the jar for the candle to burn. This shows that air is needed for burning. So after doing this activity, you will notice that due to the absence of oxygen inside the jar, the candle will stop burning. Air is compressed and filled into the tubes present in the tires of vehicles, such as cars and buses. This compressed air exerts pressure and can bear the weight of these vehicles. A football that is completely filled with air travels faster than a ball that is half filled with air. Now let's learn about the importance of air. Without air, there would be no life on Earth. The following are some of the uses of air. 1. We need air to breathe. 2. Air is needed for flying an aircraft and for sailing boats. 3. Moving air is called wind. Wind helps to move the blades of a windmill. Windmills are used to generate electricity. 4. The atmosphere protects Earth from getting too hot or too cold. 5. The water vapor in the air is essential for rain. 6. A vacuum cleaner sucks in air, which carries dirt particles along with it. This helps clean dirty areas. 7. Sound travels through air. If there is no air, we will not be able to hear each other speak. So, these are the 7 points where the importance of air is being shown for our environment, our atmosphere, and our day to day life. Our last topic for this chapter is air pollution. We have already talked about air pollution in our chapter 2. So, here we will be repeating the same things. In here, we will be learning what causes air pollution and the step what we should do to prevent or to control air pollution. Now, let's start reading together. Air pollution. Smoke and poisonous gases from factories and gases emitted by vehicles pollute air. The following steps can be taken to control air pollution. 1. Getting our vehicles serviced regularly. 2. Planting more trees. 3. Using solar energy for cooking, to run vehicles, and so on. 4. Keeping factories that let out harmful gases far away from residential areas. Constantly inhaling polluted air affects the lungs and leads to many respiratory problems such as asthma and bronchitis. Hence, it is our duty to keep air pure and fresh by not polluting it.